Welcome everyone. In today's video, we're going to walk through how to make changes to your Google My Business listing. I was looking this up to send someone a quick instructional video and noticed online there doesn't seem to be, at least at the time of my doing this video, really any videos that I can find that do that. All of them just show you how to claim the listing or how to optimize it for SEO purposes, but no one will just explain to someone the basics of it. So that's what I'm going to do today. Note that this assumes that you have already verified your listing. If you haven't done that, there's plenty of videos on YouTube that will walk you through that. So once it's verified, you can just type business.google.com any point thereafter, and assuming that you are logged into your Google account, whether it's a Gmail or a Google Apps account, you should see a dashboard here that will show all of your different listings. In my case, since I administrate several different websites, I have a bunch of them. If you only have one, it may skip this dashboard. I will open my own listing just for demonstration purposes. So it might take you right into a screen where you can see this here. And on the right, you'll see it'll show you your latest reviews if you've received them. So basically, what we're interested in today is on this left-hand side here where you go to Info, and that will take you, once this loads, to your main area where you can change all the aspects of what it displays publicly. This is the area I think most people are looking for and are curious about and don't know how to get to. So you can see in here, I have it set to serve customers of Winston-Salem, Forsyth County, North Carolina, 3 different major cities. You can click the edit link and it'll go off of your address that you use to verify the listing. This option, I deliver goods and services to customers at their location. If you ship things to them, or like me, you're a service-based business where they don't really come to your place of business to buy things, click yes here, because that will allow you to set a service radius and not publicly show your address, since in my case, in a lot of businesses' cases, your business address is your home and you don't really want that showing publicly. If you say no, then you can actually just show your address and then people can click to navigate from your maps listing. This is great for retail locations, restaurants, those types of things, for someone to just come by, and that will, like I said a minute ago, count as one of the actions that it displays on your dashboard whenever somebody does that. If you deliver things to their location but you also want them to be able to navigate to you, you can check this box and then it will still show your address publicly in addition to having a service area. These are your business hours. I think by default it goes 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You can click edit here and you can see you can toggle days on and off. If you don't even want to be open, say Monday, you can close that. You can add separate sets of hours. So say I was open from 9 a.m. to noon and then I closed, but then I was open again from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. You can do that by clicking add hours if you have different sets of them. And if you want to declare special hours, like for holidays or things like that, you can go into that in here, and then it will know anytime it's one of those days to publicly show people different listings. This is where you can set the phone number that's publicly listed. This is the website that it lists, and then you could set an appointment URL for people to click if they want to just quickly go to some page to set an appointment with you. It's probably, in many cases, your contact page. You just put the URL to that page from your site, or you can skip that part if you have the website. It's sort of optional. Under services, just a real quick and dirty here, there's a lot you can do to optimize it, for SEO, but create a section name. That can be anything. It's for the back end, just for you to keep it straight, so that doesn't matter. You would put the name of the service here. If there's a set price, you can put it there, or you can leave it blank if it varies. And then the item description, you have up to 1,000 characters to just tell people a little bit about that service. And when you hit add, it'll pop up another box under this to keep adding services, and you could just add them all there. Those will show publicly so that people can get an idea of the kinds of things that you sell. Attributes are things that don't really apply to a lot of businesses. It's basically like a major draw. You can tell someone why your business in particular. For instance, if you are a female or minority-owned business, that's one of the attributes that it allows you to add, just as a little extra something to display on the listing. If you're wheelchair accessible, those types of things, you can put those under attributes. Business description is just the same type of thing that you would put on, say, a Facebook page for your business under the About section, a paragraph or two just telling people about what your business sells and, you know, what your major company philosophies are, etc. You can have an opened date if you want to tell people when your business started. That's optional. And under Add Photos, when you click that, it will take you to a separate Photos page where you can add photos as an overview, and then you have different categories here. You can add videos. If you have shots of your team kind of in the middle of projects and such that you want to share, you can do that. Shots of the team itself. Identity. If you had services created, it would add another thing here where you can actually show product shots, service shots and stuff. So say if you're a local painter, then you could show pictures of your work or of you painting or things like that, and anything you put in these photos will display publicly when someone's looking at your listing, which is a great way if you are either a service or a retail-based business. If you're service-based, you want to show examples of your work that someone could look at on the fly, but if you're a restaurant or a retail business, then it makes sense to show your food or products there as well, so people can just get a little bit of an idea of that. Also on this left-hand side, if you click Reviews, you can look at the reviews that you've gotten, respond to them if you need to. The last thing I would want to show you as far as a basic setup here is Insights. When you click that, it will give you a more expanded version of some of the info that we saw earlier. So it'll break down in a pie chart the number of visits and searches that you've had to your site, how many of them were direct, people searching for you by name and finding your listing, and then discovery is just people looking for things related to what your business does, in which your business happened to come up in the search results when they did that. So that'll give you a quick overview there. It's defaulted to 1 month. You could go back 1 week or 1 quarter alternately if you want to. In some cases, it will give you examples of queries that were used to find your business, and it will show that there. In my case, it's saying not enough data. Where customers view your business on Google. It'll break down color-coded for listings on your maps and listings in search. Search, of course, is the organic results 1 through 10 that come up. Maps is the local area. So it'll give you kind of a breakdown of which one of them did more, the numbers associated with each, and then for actions, it'll break down. You can look at the dates that those things happened, and it will even break them out color-coded by whether they visited your website from your maps listing, whether they requested directions, or whether they chose to call you from there. And that just gives you a quick at a glance. If you've been doing promotion of your website, that right there can be a good way to kind of see, the results of your efforts. This is, of course, tied mostly to your Google listing and not the website, but generally, the better that your local listing is performing, it does give you an indication of how well your site is probably performing in search as well. Although there are times when your site's not ranking very well, but you are doing fairly well in your local listing, and that's entirely possible. Photo views just gives you an idea of people's interaction with your different photos. The blue line shows how many interactions your photos have gotten on which days, and then businesses like you or just competitors that are also showing up for the same types of search, and gives you a comparison of how often people are looking at their photos. If people are looking at their photos far more than yours, it could be they have more photos than you or more attractive photos, or simply that their listing is just seen more times. But it can be an encouragement to pick it up a little bit with your photos. If you're crushing the competition, then this is where you'll see that. So hopefully that was useful, guys. This was, as I said, just a quick crash course in, once your listing is verified, how to get in there and change information and just upload some basic info. There are a lot of other videos out there on YouTube showing you how to optimize the listing for SEO, but if you would like me to do a video on that, I would be happy to in the future. Just let me know in the comments, but otherwise, see you next video. Thanks, guys.